here we are in QUARTZSITE, Arizona on January 30th, 2023, the day after the big tent is closed. And you'll have to take my word for it, because if I showed you the footage, you wouldn't have anything to compare it to. But as I drive past the LTVAs, it really appears as though a lot of people have left. It's not quite as packed as it was. Definitely there's been an exodus noticeable from La Posa South and Tyson Wash. The closer ones seem a little bit more crowded, but we're going to see just what Tyson Wells and downtown QUARTZSITE look like the day after the Big Tent. You see on the left here the RVs, the big RVs, the expensive ones are still here, but they'll be clearing out pretty soon, I bet. You know, I ran into this guy and he said, I was all excited about going to your Big Tent show, and I went, and all it was a bunch of vendors in a big tent. Okay, yeah. What exactly were you expecting? That's kind of what it is. I don't know what potential alternatives would be. Okay, I'm gonna go with just the traffic here at this intersection and this confused guy in front of me. It's still pretty damn busy. Look at Tyson Wells here. Yep, it's still pretty busy. I'm kind of surprised. There's a schoolie that's still got the little swing out stop sign on it. Well, you can tell it's over, because look ahead here. You can see someone pulling out of a spot. There's a guy that found a parking spot right there in front of the market center, the gift shop there. This Jeep, I don't know what he's doing. He found a spot right there that he backed into. I wish I had something to do here. Well, actually I do. I'm going to pull into this guy's spot and take it, because I need to go to the discount grocery place and buy some those instant via Starbucks coffee things. They're like $20 or something for a whole box. So I'm gonna do that, and I will be right back. So I'm back, and I got my special Starbucks instant coffee. It's called Via Instant, and it looks like this. You can get a look at that. And there's something special about the way Starbucks does their instant coffee. It really is, to me, indistinguishable from the coffee that you buy fresh at Starbucks. And they had a box on sale of 50, and actually they had a couple boxes that had one of these taped to it. So I bought one of those. So I got 51 for $20, which is a little over 39 cents for a cup of coffee, which is, I'd say that's pretty frugal. And so now I've been through 50 of them since I got here, and now I got another 50. It should take me through the rest of the season. And I will say, as I'm backing out of here, I'm probably not going to be looking at the camera at all because of all the cross traffic. But I would say the litmus test for how busy things are in QUARTZSITE is if you can get a parking spot in Tyson Wells on Kuhn Street, it ain't busy anymore. So I got a parking spot. A guy that came in front of me got a parking spot. So I think we're closing down the season. And I'm looking to the auxiliary parking out here, and it doesn't go back very far, so it's not very busy. Even though first appearances were, damn, it looks busy, but it really isn't. So this is, again, January 30th, 2023, Tyson Wells on Kuhn Street. And pretty much the people I'm seeing here are not your typical big tent tourist people that are probably in very expensive fifth wheels and probably staying in RV parks. They're pretty much gone. It's more the people that are, right now I'm seeing people wander around that look like they're probably vendors off duty, and then the kind of the hardcore seasonal QUARTZSITE people like me. And I remember before I retired watching QUARTZSITE videos, living vicariously through Russ with RVR TV. He's one of my inspirations for sure. But I always imagined myself to have the freedom to come to QUARTZSITE whenever I wanted to, and stay as long as I wanted to. And I'm living the dream. I'm living the fantasy. I can stay here. I can stay here all summer if I want to. I think I mentioned on a previous video, my summer plans are maybe up in the air. And so one of the possibilities wouldn't be interesting. Certainly you're not going to stay out in the desert in the summer here. That's suicide. But one might just stay in town in an RV park, which are, especially in the winter, they're very inexpensive. And try a summer in QUARTZSITE. I don't know. That might be interesting. Who knows? I don't know. It's just fun to know that I can do pretty much within reason anything I want. Here we are at the main, busiest intersection in the very heart of QUARTZSITE. It's Main and Central. I'm on Central, heading pointed north towards Parker. Central is also known as Arizona 95. It runs from Yuma all the way up into Parker, and I believe it continues into Lake Havasu. And we're making a turn here to go to, this is the west side of Main Street. Post office is right here. It's easy to miss. It's small and it's back off the road, so if you need to go to the post office, it's right near the intersection, and it's easy to miss. And we have crazy, I want to say Crazy Al's, Silly Al's Pizza and Dorothy and Toto's ice cream on the left. I will be returning soon to Silly Al's Pizza after it clears out a little bit more and there aren't really long lines to wait for a table. I'm looking forward to going back there. And let's see. I'm going to get this straight one of these days. I believe I'm going to Family Dollar. It could be Dollar General. I get them mixed up. There's two of them here. And we'll see. I believe this one's Family Dollar. Family Dollar. Let's see. Nope. It's Dollar General. I get them mixed up. The one on the east side of Main Street is Family Dollar. This is Dollar General. We go in here with the objective. Primary objective is I asked Daryl, one of my campmates, what I could get for him in town, and he said he would like some paper plates. So I'm gonna go in here, get some paper plates, and look for some cat treats for George. George always likes a little tiny sprinkle of cat treats on top of his regular dry food. So we will see what we can do to accommodate George, and we'll see what kind of new people we might meet in the Dollar General standing in line. The dollar stores and the grocery stores are great places to meet people in QUARTZSITE. It's a lot of fun. I'll let you know who I meet and what happens. I'll be back with a full report. Okay, so I'm back, and who did we meet on this trip? It didn't look very good at first. I got my stuff. I got the cat treats. I got the paper plates for my friend. Picked up a couple other things. It was a long line, and I got in line, and there's a lady in front of me, and I said, "Hello, how are you?" And she said hi, and turned her back, and there was no invitation to have a conversation. And as I was standing in line, I realized, oh man, I wanted to get some Benadryl. I totally forgot. And I'm like, I don't want to get out of line and lose my place. And I'm just like kind of craning my neck and looking down the aisle where the medicine is. And I hadn't said a word, and this voice behind me says, "Go ahead and go get what you need. I'll save your place." And I turn around. There's a very pleasant woman behind me, and she said, "Look, I do this with my husband. We both come in, and I get in line, and he goes and shops. So I've got your back." So I got my Benadryl, and I came back and chatted her up a little bit. It's disarming when it's a woman and she's married and her husband's there. It's disarming, right? So we chatted a little bit, and it turns out she has a good friend of hers that is staying in La Posa South and is very into YouTube and YouTube channels. So I gave her my channel. Said, give your friend the Travels with Dottie and see if she likes my YouTube channel. And so I don't know what that anyone's name is here, but if you're in La Posa South and a married friend of yours came and said, check out this channel, and you check it out and you're listening to this, hey, welcome to, and I hope you subscribe and hang around and you like what you hear and see. So next we're gonna go, I believe Tortillas is on my list, and the only place I really know to go is either Coyote Fresh or Roadrunner. So I've been to, I think, Roadrunner the last 2 times. I think I'm going to give now that I think about it, I'm going to go to Roadrunner and get some nice fresh flour tortillas there. Again, I looked on the corner there. I still see the super expensive Class A's all lined up for sale there. And they will be gone soon. And I bet it's a good time if you really want to buy a big Class A here coming up. I would try to find out when they're leaving and, go and make an offer on one the day before they leave, because it can't be cheap to transport these things. I do see that, just look at that. $699, $998. That's a $700,000 coach. Holy mackerel. $700,000. All right. It just is mind-boggling. I mean, it's so expensive that if someone said to me, I'm buying you this $700,000 motorhome and I'm going to give you cash, the enough cash so you can take care of the taxes, the income tax for the gift or whatever, I still couldn't afford to register it and pay the annual taxes on it. I couldn't afford it. So that's how expensive something like that is. And so we got to sort of the end of town here. Why? Because Rob was jabbering away and did not pull into Roadrunner Market. So we'll make I was going to make a U-turn, but that seems with someone coming up dangerous. So I am going to slide into here and make a U-turn and do it legally. Well, I'm not going to make a U-turn because my truck is too big to do it. So I will, what's that called, a K-turn? There's a Discount Solar over there. They're working hard on an Airstream right there. God, those things are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that Airstream they're working on. Oh yeah. Airstream. That's a little bit more reasonable. And you could buy a new Airstream, I think, one of the really nice ones for, I don't know, $150,000, $160,000. Not $700,000. I mean, you could go and buy a nice Airstream and spend $100,000 on a luxury F450 Platinum pickup truck to pull it, and you would still be a third of the cost of this thing, $700,000. My mind can't wrap itself around that. So we're gonna run into Roadrunner real quick, buy some tortillas, and I can't think of anything else I could possibly walk out of here with, but we'll see what the reality is going to be. And we will park here, and Dottie, I'll be right back. You haven't seen Dottie yet, have you? So I'm back from Roadrunner and did not meet any interesting characters, but there was something very confidential that happened in there. And you need to promise that you're going to keep this to yourself, and it's between you and me. It's confidential. So I did, in fact, buy a bag of 3-day-old donuts. And try not to judge me. So we are going to head up north on 95 or Central, and we are going to get some water, some agua. We're not going to go to my usual place at Burger King that tends to be very giving of their water, that they seem to give more water than advertised. But I haven't been, for the video, I haven't been up north here, so I'm going to do that so you can see what north looks like, and then we're going to call it a wrap. This is what QUARTZSITE looks like on the day after the end of the Big Tent in 2023. Arizona Financial Credit Union, and here is the salt-free drinking water. A little line, a little bit of a line. That's okay. A little bit of a line is a healthy thing for the local business. Now, I will say this. I don't know this is a fact, but here's my experience. I've been to Arizona Federal Credit Union to withdraw money 3 times, twice on a Sunday, and it would not process my transaction. When I came back on a weekday, it would process my withdrawal. All it says on the Sundays is not available. Now, I don't know whether I just happened to hit malfunctions on the machine on those Sundays, or if they don't dispense cash on Sunday. Don't be surprised. It is one of the few ATMs in town you can easily get more than $200 at a time. You know, the other ones you may be able to do back-to-back $200 transactions, but you're going to pay that $3 or $4 or even $5 depending on what your institution charges, and it can get expensive. Dottie, you want some water? You thirsty? Some water? Some agua? Water for Dottie Dot. Well, guys, I'm not going to make you sit in line with me to get 6 gallons of water. I'm going to call it. Oh, Dottie's drinking. Good for you. I thought you might be thirsty. We're going to end the video here, and we'll have another one soon. Take care.